video, we will connect the database that we created here called testdb with PHP. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm currently using VS Code, but you can use whatever text editor you like. And this page, this code is sitting in a page called index.php. There isn't much in here except for the title and some comment of the title of our video. And this file is also sitting in a folder called PHP and MySQL, and it's actually in the local host. And currently I'm running a web server, and specifically I'm using the Apache server on XAMPP. So yeah, so that's all set up. Let's create a file here called db_connect.php, and let's just get rid of that Explorer to give us more space. Let's start off our PHP script and close it off before we forget to do that. Now the first thing that we want to do is create the connection. Now to create the connection, we'll use a function called MySQLi connect. This function actually takes 4 arguments. The first argument would be the server that we're using. So we'll put that in a variable called host, and the server that we're currently using is the local host. So let's put that in. Did I say lost? Sorry, local host. Okay. Now this is the first argument. The second argument would be the user. Now this would be whatever user you've used to create the connection. Is it the root user for you? I'm not sure, but for me, it's the admin user. Now, if you remember in our previous video, we actually created a user called admin user. So that's the one that you would want to be using. Okay, so let's put in the second argument to our function here. And the third argument would be the password. And this would be whatever password you've created at the time you've created the user. So I've actually used password 1. It could be different for you. If you are using the root, it most likely will be no passwords. I'm not sure. Just double check on that for yours, for your settings. So this would be our third argument. And a fourth one would be the name of our database. So we can call this DB, and the name of our database, let's recall. So that's actually called testdb. So that's the one that we're trying to connect to. All right, let's semicolon that and then add our fourth argument there. Now let's save. And at the moment, nothing really happens because this page is not really connected. We haven't called it yet. So let's actually do that at the top of the page. We'll start off some PHP script and close it off before we forget to. And what we want to do is we just want to require that page that we have created just once. And it's make sure you write the name of the page exactly as is. So this name should actually match whatever you put in here. And let's save. And it seems like something has happened, but let's sort of send a message so we know what's going on. So this function returns a connection. So let's save that into a variable called connect. And then we can actually check if the connection has been successful. So we can say if not true, if something's gone wrong, we can echo something went wrong with connecting to the database. We can work on fixing this in the future or maybe improving it. Otherwise, we'll just echo else. We will echo that what do we say? So we say connected to the database successfully. Right. The last thing we need to do is to actually close off, but let's just check. So now that I've saved it, it's just gave me the connected to the database successfully, so everything is looking good. And what else? Oh, okay, so let's close off the connection. And we will use MySQL close. We need to actually pass the argument, so the connection. All right, so it's all looking good, and I hope this video has helped you, and I'll see you in the next ones.